Guys, what's up? We'll be changing the clutch cable of the motorcycle. So here I'm removing the nut that is holding the cords or the cable on the clutch. In order to remove it, we will need to loosen the nut, and then I pry it open the clutch to remove the cable. There you go. So that I remove the nut, and we can finally remove also the clutch cable along with the threaded I think it's called an adjuster. It will adjust the tension of that you use to clutch. So I'm removing the other nut. It's actually two because the uh, one and the one nut is locking on the other side, and the other nut is locking on the opposite side. Finally, we can remove the clutch cable. We'll just route it inside and pull it on the front side of the motorcycle, like so. Be sure to be careful when removing the clutch cable because it needs some pressure, and it also needs to you also need to be careful removing you also need to be careful not to touch the other wires on the motorcycle. So here we are. We'll try to remove the cable on the handle or the lever. If you're familiar with mountain bikes, or if you know how to fix the brakes on a bicycle, then it's actually similar to how they usually design the clutch cable on a motorcycle. So there's a wire that is held in place by the lever. That's the wire being pulled by the lever, and my adjuster is actually already loose and it needs some replacement. So it's one of the reason why my clutch is a bit loose, and one of the also the reason why I have to replace the cable. So there's this adjuster. I think it's called a tension adjuster, and in order to remove the wire you need to align it. There's an opening on the adjuster in order for you to remove the cable itself. So I'm just using a plier just um, to open or loosen the knot because it's held in place tightly for several years already. I haven't adjusted the clutch cable. not until I encounter problems. My motorcycle, um, what do you call this, tip over, and it damaged the lever, and my clutch was not working properly, so I ordered a new one, this clutch cable, and I tried to measure it, but as you can see, the clutch cable that was shipped to me was a bit small, was a bit shorter. It was actually a clutch cable for X1R. So I don't think the clutch cable from the X1R is fit to the sniper or the LC135, because there's very little allowance in length. So actually I didn't um, use the new clutch cable. I just lubricated the clutch cable, my old clutch cable, and returned it. So when you try to place back the cable, just insert it, just thread it along the line, and before um, you screw it in to hold it in place, like so. And when you have finally adjusted the when you have finally put back the clutch cable on the lever and also on the clutch part, on the machine, on the engine side, that's the time you can adjust the tension of the clutch cable. You don't want to um, adjust it or finalize in adjusting it, because you still have to um, place it back to the engine part. So I had, so here it goes. I will route it back to the engine part of the motorcycle. So be sure that you're checking the wires before um, routing the clutch cable back to the engine. It may take you a while to properly route it to the insides of the motorcycle. You will soon get the clutch cable and route it there, right there. As you can see, there's the length of the clutch cable is just um, perfect enough, so I don't think the X1R clutch cable will fit the sniper. So again, after routing it back, you thread the nut, the two nuts. This will be used for locking the tension of the clutch. So returning it back to the somewhat I think it's called bracket, and then hooking it up to the engine, to the clutch engine. I actually forgot to return the nut here, so I realized it when I was finished attaching it. So I had to detach it again to place back the nut. So be sure that you place back the two nuts before locking it and adjusting the tension of the clutch cable. It's up to you how comfortable you are in pulling the clutch. So I just adjusted mine after I attached the clutch to the lever and to the engine side, like so. There's a nut there, so I readjusted it and then locked it in place, this one. So after that, you can try to test the clutch if it's pulling the clutch on the engine, and if no wires are being affected. So that's how you replace the clutch cable of the motorcycle. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye. So as you can see,